It is a voice that connects. Every human being has a different voice. Even animals, if you pay attention, every cat's meow is a little different. So today I'm here, 18th September, Thursday, 2025. With my own voice. That is sharing its sound. I had a pretty good day. For me to even get the littlest of job done in the day, mundane, worldly, seems like a big milestone. So it feels good to have risen from my body's limitations, pain, doing the work in the mind, this burden of love in the heart is getting heavier and heavier. It's a new place, a new space, and it feels weird, like when you move to a new place, new home, it takes some time to get used to it. Even this voice. It's changed. Of course, when it is being recorded, there is a sensation of something or someone is watching or listening. And one tends to be in the center to do justice to the event that is happening. Even though I am alone, and through the activities of the day, there was big tears, and even the day and the weather is joining me in the big rains outside. It's been raining pretty heavy for a couple of days now. I don't have anything going on in the world or with the world. or with anyone actually. I'm not sad or mad about it. This voice of truth sometimes scares me. The depth of its honesty and clarity of its intention. Sometimes makes me think, is this really happening? It's powerful. What moves through you and the experience. It's overwhelming in a good way, because it's a voice that connects. When you're living in a family, the child hears a voice of a mother. It feels secure and good, isn't it? Today, the loneliness, and I'm not depressed in any way, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's truth being shared here. One thing has led to the other, and this is the place and space that I am in. There is a connection with this voice from within, which is what's been saving me or rising me up. My friend, my companion, my savior, my well-wisher. In a home, people talk to each other. That is how you connect. And we have a language, we speak. There is a tone and an intention behind every voice that says or sings or shouts. A word came once that at the end all truths will be revealed. All these word, or what people call prophecy, it's been coming not in a sorted alphabetical indexed order, but when it starts to manifest, you start to remember those words and put it together. And I feel this is a time when this particular word that came, all truths will be revealed at the end. It's starting to happen. There is a time frame to the experiences. It does begin and end, of course, but it is not bound by what a normal person would perceive as in the time and the space that we understand in the world that we live in. So it's very clever. It has its own intelligence. in such a way that it cannot be mistaken. Nor can we find any faults with it. I'm not even sure if this recording will be ever released or shared or made public, but its presence, the sound, the experience, it has grown. It used to be a seed, it was given to us as a gift, or we discovered it along the way, and it's become this. There used to be deep sense of fear, of insult, and shyness. When you see something that is within you, you know it's there. It's your truth. It's your voice. You know your voice. But when it transitions and transforms into this kind of an experience, it is a shift from what you were thinking that you were to something really different. Like I said, new space, a new place. It is kind of like under construction, in the making. Very low self-esteem, a very weak-minded personality that reacts, gets offended because there is sadness when somebody hurts you, like a child, you know. That kind of innocence and an open, bold, and confident radiance of sorts. It's beautiful and it catches your attention. In those days, we used to, when something pops in the mind, who was that? Where did it come from? That was me? Because it's not me. So, the work is going on. The mind, body, and the spirit coming together as one. The mind is being integrated. And I understand that for this work, this kind of an isolation is required. So for me to sit here, not having anybody around, I did not make this choice on my own. For as long as I remember, I think it's normal for a woman to feel that way. I have been very bad at being alone or separated, what they call separation anxiety, especially when you think you're loving somebody or you're attached. So there's a lot of things going on. Multitasking. There is a lot of changes happening simultaneously. But it's being tracked. It's all being recorded in its own track. There is no crossover. There is no confusion. There's no clutter. But a lot of tears. There is a lot of tears. There is a lot of emotions. Because even though there is nobody around to talk to, there is this voice inside of you all the time. You can't deny it. You need it to survive, to live. That is when you're awake and aware at this level, it's a different experience. So from feeling rejected, devalued, to this, it's been a journey. I was sharing with my son today some feelings. I am not yet sure where all this is going, what has happened and what is happening. But I do know that every little thing that has happened is being scripted. It was meant to be. It's difficult carrying this spirit, very, very intricate riding this lion or lioness. But when you're radiating at that level, you know you're you're different. No one really knows what's happening. There is this line in one song that came: the life that He has given is what you make of it. It's true, isn't it? His one drop of love or His presence just changes you. You bow down, you do fold your hands, doing this and that, and doing that and this, and this is, it led to this. So far, I don't have any friends really on this topic. There is a few who likes to hear, it soothes their soul. The voice says things that they need to hear and they feel blessed. But after all this time, it just feels like you haven't even scratched the surface. You haven't even made a dent on it. So, like I said, there's a lot of things happening. There is a part that feels frustrated. There is a part that didn't understand. There is a part that is reacting to the daily life. There is a part that is feeling so much love but cannot share it. There is a part that knows what's right but it's not happening. That's the war. It's the war, I guess, of the good and the evil. How long? How much more? This whole figuring out the human being, especially being a woman, what a mess. Have I missed something? Am I doing the right thing? Where am I? Are we there yet? You realize that it's vast. It's deep. And I wrote to my son, will I ever stop dreaming that our family will come together in love? It's a condition. Even though nothing really is happening in my life right now, you feel everything, especially when you're isolated and you start to think, okay, what now? This is where I'm at. What am I going to do? That kind of an intelligence, the spirit that is actually living through your body, so it's all the time awake. It's active. That's what life is, isn't it? Many, many experiences. I remember even during very hectic experiences, intensely challenging. My mind would just come awake and start thinking, okay, what am I going to do now? And then I start to create, a script and work it out as you go along spontaneously. So maybe it's an experiment, maybe it's becoming something that will be meaningful sooner or later. I don't own anything, I don't have money. I don't even know if I have that desire anymore to want money. There's no fear. I look back, I've been taken care of after I was told to leave the world to follow this calling, this ministry. It's like you've been given a job by God. Something inside that is so strong that you choose it. You tend to get drawn towards it because it's so bright, so powerful, so beautiful. It's being shaped and formed into something that can be consumed, I guess. Or maybe I'm just stupid and not fast enough, so it's just taking its own time. But it's a different kind of high, you know. You just drop everything, you don't feel like doing anything else in that presence. Basically, it's like the light is switched on. You're awake. There's absolutely no fear. So that's what that voice is. That's what that it's an experience. You see, many have just most of the time we just ignore it because it's too hard to accept, especially in this day and age. Something like this is happening to a woman. Like I said, a part is also very, very scared. Not there yet. But I'm an honest person. I don't like faking. I don't like lying. So it's been very difficult for me to live in this world, trying to be that real person and get things done in the world, surviving and having to deal with a very active sin life or whatever that is. There's two things happening. There's certainly two paths happening. One that is dragging you through a very nasty road while a new road is being paved and being carried with love and grace. It's a different experience. It's a complete opposite. On both sides, there is something that possesses you, makes you do it. You don't have any control over it. You know what I'm talking about? Of course you do. There is an attraction to both with a different intention. The memory of it, and then the emotions that is infused. Depending on the quality of the event or act. I wonder what it is to feel to be delivered from evil. If there is a Father out there, God, we're praying, we have a spiritual life, we believe that there is some higher power that if we called upon Him, He would come and bless us and help us, grace us, heal us. But is there anyone out there that is really delivered? I would like to see. I would like to be friends. I would like to talk. I'm certainly not there. I don't feel it yet, but I do understand it. There is a theory in my mind of that kind of a rapture that happens where you're just free from it. All you feel is love and kindness and compassion. There is no war. Even the burden of guilt and shame, think of some experience, think of something you did, how effective is that sorry? It's difficult in this day and age where even the pure form of evil is being accepted like it's no big deal, because a repeated version of doing it over and over again becomes like a ritual, and then you're in a spell, you're possessed, you're just not yourself again. The burden of that garbage and it gets heavier and heavier. All my life, I feel like all I've done is cleaning and clearing. And obeying. You pay that price to obey through this rebellion. That's what sin is. It's rebellion. It's not choosing, not being able to choose to love, not being able to choose to be good, not being able to experience respecting. Not being able to be happy about anything. If it's good, it's too good. If it's bad, it's good bad. My son used to say, good bad. The bad is so good that you call it good. How do we know what is it? It's an experience. That kind of a pure love that touches you. Absolutely no offense. That kind of a forgiving nature and meaning it consistently. Every time you come back, he's waiting with open arms. It's a different kind of an experience, isn't it? You cannot tell somebody while they're doing it, don't do it. This is wrong, that is wrong. I've tried it. So for me personally, I feel like I have lived an entire lifetime just working it out or transitioning into this place, transforming into this being. And you can tell by the voice, by my habits, by my living, that it's true and it's real. It's a miracle. Cleaned up the house today. It feels good to be free in the mind and in the heart. That place is just a very refreshing, relieving sensation. But has it taken over my entire being? I don't know. I think there's still a lot more work left to do. And that's where the frustration is, right before it ends or finishes, right? An artist's mind would understand. There is an energy being built up, and you do the artwork, you keep doing it. Right before it finishes, there is an experience. But it accumulates. Very, very heavy today. Very, very. It's a burden. But one can carry it with grace and dignity if one chooses to. Like I said many times, I have not been allowed to run away. Certain things that has happened to keep me on this path, continue the journey, because it seems like that whatever it is or he is doing this, saving lives. We saw the sign once at home. I do save lives. What exactly does that mean? I am starting to understand the mindsets of people, even old past friends, so caught up in their own personal life, so bound by their nature of control that comes from thinking they are perfect, they have all the money, they are doing some help to others. But technically, they're not really doing anything for anyone because it is attached with rules and certain conditions we have. Dominating nature, power play, it's a different kind of a power play. But are you free? Free to love, free to give and receive. Who wants to do this? Who wants to follow this? Who wants to get in touch with this so-called spirit and the voice and redeem themselves? Do they even know there is such a thing? I don't know. Because the tendency for the nature to mock, to find fault with it, very, very strong. And even if there is a part that rises up to say, oh wow, that's different, what you're saying makes sense, and then it relapses back into its place of fear because it's conditioned to bow down, to adapt to whatever has been so far in the world, in life, in your family, in your traditions, in your custom, in your culture. can we come free of all these layers and layers of deceptive personalities we have created. For each one, it's different. For each one, we tell a different story. Are we free enough and open enough to be that intimate with love? The body consciousness itself has not been overcome. We are still stuck in the body's needs, wants, desires. Just take the concept of dressing up with clothing and what it has become. How much skin to expose, how much to cover, what am I going to show today? Is there more to life than drugs and sex? Is there more to life than control and oppression, hate and hurt, tears and sorrow? I think there is. I think one can choose to live life to experience the real happiness and joy. Reconcile with creation. It's raining. It's no big deal. It's wonderful. It's fine. I went to the canteen the other day to eat, and there is this old lady. She knows my family. I'm not in any big relationship, but she's like, "Why didn't you get an umbrella?" I said, "It's not raining. I don't need it." And I realized that I do have an umbrella. I can take it if I want, but I don't want to carry baggage. I want to be as free as possible. I want to use my hurting bones just for what it is needed to, so it doesn't break and fall off of my shoulders. And I just get the space. I just make the right decisions. It's never bothered me. For years, I hardly used the umbrella. Just doing enough, not running around creating this event, that event. No, I'm not stoned, I'm not drugged. I've had a couple of cups of coffee, and that's fine because coffee is good, very good. But it's weird and funny because you think that you have all these qualities that is common between two people, and it just doesn't work out. So there's something else that is attacking it, something else that is forcing us to do things that is opposite of what it really is. But like I said, it's been happening. There is absolutely no control. The spirit will rise. It's there in everyone. There is a voice. We as human beings can totally understand what pure love is, what a holy blush is, and what a seductive sin is. It knows. It comes with the intelligence of a perception of an interaction between two bodies. It's like a magnetic reaction. It is fascinating, the science behind a human body, mind, and everything that surrounds it, revolves around it. But is it possible to actually understand what eternal life is, what pure love is, what being good is? And being able to choose the best way to act it out on earth. To be able to deal with the situations and what it manifests as it moves around, dealing with other human beings. Is it worth it? The whole being offended and punishing, that cycle. This love, this big love, it's a gift. I think that's all we need. That also came in the song. The only rule is you love. And when you love, you know Him. You know Him. Is it really possible to experience respect for a woman, for a man, for a child? To let innocence be innocent. To help when someone is in need. To wipe away the tears and lift them up. When I heard these songs that were coming, I was like, why is nobody able to hear it? But that was because that was just one part. It had to infiltrate all the other parts, because this is also a spirit. You can also be possessed by this. So many times I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how strongly I felt in the will, that if I put my mind into something, I can do it, because I was a pattern before of fighting and getting what I wanted, or even being able to do something right. So when I ask these questions, is it going to be possible that this person is going to change, or this world is going to change, or my life is going to change? Well, then that voice says, I changed you. Didn't I touch you in a way that you felt the healing? Didn't I talk to you in such a way that you felt inspired to rise up and share the voice, sing for me? Didn't you feel my presence when I pierced through all those walls that you had built? The intention of protecting yourself. Didn't I break through all that? So many times, through my rebellion and through my fears and through my basically you give up. I can't take this anymore. I can't take this abuse. I can't take this pain. I can't take this suffering. And you find ways to run away or do something. Like in my instance, when I was in the US, tried to book tickets and come back to India. But that was not the right thing to do. I was just doing it because I was hurting too bad. And none of the flights worked that day. Because I'm good in paperwork, I can call and I can do this, I can do that. There was no storms where we were living, but everywhere I called, there was a spell. Everyone said, no, there are no flights going anywhere. You just can't do it. And then you realize, wow, what's that God putting his hand into this time and space and stopping me from doing something different from what he had planned for me? My weak mind, my troubled heart. I know that energy because as a mother, it's ferocious wanting to bless the child, do something that is good for the child. It just rises up. No matter how sick you are or tired you are, sometimes you feed the child, you do it. As a woman and as a mother, you understand that part of God that is so like a father, so ferocious in saving the children, very powerful, very strong, confident. He won't let you down. He won't let you fall. Doesn't matter how strong your weakness is. You know what I mean? I've seen it happen many times with my son. Near-death experiences. And how he was saved without a scratch. It's hard to believe. It's only hard to believe because we've been buried in deception and lies. Once we get a little bit of understanding and elevation, it's very, very easy to believe. It's very possible to experience his hand in your life. When you don't have a choice, you take the chance. You just do it. He will use that same energy of rebellion, the same energy of your strong-willed personality, and turn it into this. There are no love failures. But with the thought, with one thought, he can change. With one touch, he can bless you. With one look, that one great look of his, and the world begins to glow. That one great word of love, and we dance with glee and joy. We have a great, big, wonderful Lord. Have you heard that song? It's a cute song. No matter how many different things you try, if you're the chosen one, you don't have a choice. Slowly, eventually, like he doesn't care. He doesn't care how much dirt we carry or how many generational patterns of habits and addictions we're carrying. He doesn't care. He loves you because you know in that look, in that touch, and in that spirit that it's pure. Even children know a difference between an affectionate touch and a creepy love. So we are desperate now to be delivered from evil, to be separate from that completely, and to be open and get used to being blessed in this way and live abundantly. Even with whatever we have, we can live abundantly. Abundance. How we think can change how we live, can change our life. So I will continue thinking these thoughts in my mind, and see 1 hour has gone by. It's magical, this spirit, when it's so free, it's not bound at all. It flows freely in its thoughts, in its energy, in its intention, in its tone, in its feelings. It will be wonderful to connect the right way with other voices. I have no idea what I have become and what I'm going to do. It's an unscripted space I am in, just dealing with every day. Taking this chance that I'm alone to see what I can mold and change and become, bring out the best. Because it's sad, it's to not see children happy, or to see that there is a gift and you see through somebody but they're not getting it, really makes you feel very, very sad. Heavy energies, moves through. It's not easy to know the truth, right? Some truths are very hard to digest. But I'll be here to continue this work. That's what's been happening. There's no going back. We've come a long way. There's no turning back now. So we'll see. I'll continue to do my best to surrender and pray. Like I wrote to my son, I don't know if I'll ever stop dreaming that our family will come together in love. And with that, I pray that each one of us that has been blessed with this human body, that we rise up to experience love and life in all the goodness of the virtues that we can bring out from within and with each other. Create a beautiful home, a beautiful place to live. And experience the truth of this whole story. It's a love story. Experience the thrill of life's wonderful gifts. It's all there. I think a lot of things has been created in the world. Now it's time to choose the good, create a world for us to be able to be free from all that is stopping us from being the new beautiful you that you really are. It's not that harmful to be truthful, to trust somebody, to share the kind of friendship that empowers and uplifts. To renounce pulling down somebody else, destroying other people's lives, hurting them. To be able to make that transition, let that love come in, let the spirit of life be respected and blessed. Understand the shame, understand the body's nature of what it is to be comfortable, beginning with whatever you're wearing, being comfortable with the beautiful thoughts, and being honest and able to radiate that kind of a spirit and connect from that place. Just try it. It's not impossible. Just try it. Just think in your mind, I'm not going to fight, not going to get offended. We'll get help. It's all there within. All the goodness, it's all there within. When we all can connect together like that and shine the light, wouldn't it be wonderful? Hold hands and celebrate. We know what it is. We just have to be willing to accept it. Keep telling myself, accept, then you can obey, then we can receive. So the prayerful heart. I thank the Lord for having chosen me, pick me up from trash, lift me up, clean me up, bless me, and give me a life, empowering me and proving it to me that I can do a lot better than I thought I could because of His hand, His grace, His power within me. Fill our hearts with gratefulness and bring that love back into our families, into our hearts. Get along. This is all I have as an inheritance for my son. I may not have money, but may all the goodness, may all the happiness fill the children's lives. May they know, believe that they are made of beautiful gifts and they can be free of fear and be bold and strong to shine that light and bless this world. It needs it more now than ever. Amen.